everyone, welcome back to Fidus Trading Channel, back again with another daily market analysis video. Today is the 28th of March 2025, and over the past 2 days I have not posted analysis. It's been a bit of a busy day, but nonetheless we are back now, and let's take a look at what's happened in the markets since Wednesday and see what we could potentially capitalize on moving forward. So starting with NAS 100, we are looking at the 4-hour time frame. We can observe that during the week, since Monday, price had a major bullish push. You can see on Friday at 4 o'clock on the 4 o'clock 4-hour candle, we had that pivot point. We pushed higher from 19,450 all the way up to 20,315 on Wednesday at around midnight. After that took place, we can see a bit of an evening star formation followed by a bearish confirmation candle, which has yet sent the pair into a bit of a bearish move. Now, that being said, my expectations for the week was for price to actually test the break and retest zone here at 19,880. Price had a major bearish move where it actually pushed towards that level, tested it, but broke beyond and thus invalidated the level. We still see that our previous higher low is holding strong, thus the bullish trend line and the bullish move is still very much intact, but that strong bearish momentum may see a pivot happening within the trend of this pair. Now, we are currently sitting upon the bullish trend line, and we could potentially see a push from said level all the way higher. Taking a look at our indicators on the 4-hour, we are currently sitting upon the 50 moving average, and thus would not provide an accurate reading as to the trend momentum or the movement of the trend. Upon the RSI, we can observe that we are very much in the bearish territory. We're below 50, above 30, and it's a bearish confluence. So we have one bearish confluence, one consolidation with the moving average, and one bullish confluence with the bullish trend. Thus, I would say it's a very difficult notion to actually figure out where the trend is going on the long-term time frame. But let's move on to the 1 hour and see what we can observe. On the 1 hour time frame, we can observe very bearish confluences. That being said, in line with bearish confluences, we can see price trading below the 50 moving average and trading between 50 and 30, which is another bearish confluence. We are seeing a bearish trend line on the 1 hour, but again, looking at the higher time frame, we know that it is still very much bullish. So I'm actually going to stay out of this pair today. I don't think any moves I take would not be for a long-term trend. We can scalp, and if we were to scalp on the 1 hour time frame or using the 1 hour time frame as a justification, I would say we would be looking for shorts. We have tapped the overextended territory on the RSI. Price did pull back up, and it looks like we're making a new low right now on the 1 hour, where we can see some bearish divergence right there. So we could potentially be seeing a push up from said level in the short term, and that could give us a long-term bullish play per the long-term time frame we can see on the bullish trend line. But again, market directionality yet to be confirmed. We have to use the confluences which we have. Like I mentioned on the 4 hour time frame, we have each confluence has its own marker, and moving average is giving us consolidation, RSI is giving us bearish confluence, and the trend line is giving us bullish. Thus, we'll stay out of this market. Taking a look at US 30, I'd still say the bullish play is still very much intact here. We can see price moving along the bullish trend line very nicely. We can still see price trading above the 50 moving average, so those are two bullish confluences. Although price here is trading below 50, between 30, but a lot closer to 50 on the RSI. Thus, it could just be testing before pushing higher. We can also see that the break and retest zone at 42,000 180 is still very much intact, and we could be seeing a push off that level. Thus, more bullish confluences to work with here, and I think this is still very tradable for the bulls. Going on to the 1 hour time frame, we are seeing a lot of bearish confluence in terms of the short-term retracement move. We're seeing price trading below the 50 moving average and is below 50 between 30 on the RSI. We're also seeing bearish structural patterns forming here with lower highs and lower lows. But again, per the higher time frame, the move is still predominantly bullish, and thus we'll be looking for bullish opportunities at the break of this level. We are currently testing the break and retest level at 42,180. A break beyond the lower high of the retracement structure at 42,364 would give me the confidence I need to say, okay, the bearish move is finished, and we can now start looking for those long positions. So with US study, definitely still looking for long positions, and we'll be doing so today, bearing in mind the markets will close for the weekend. So gold is an interesting one. Let's take a look at the moves that's happened over the past couple of days. Let's go into the 4 hour first and foremost. So gold had a retracement. Very much on Wednesday, was still running within a consolidative phase between 3007 and 3031. So price trading comfortably between those ranges on Wednesday. Come Thursday, we had a bullish breakout in the early hours of the morning, and we can see that price has been moving bullish ever since. This is still fueled off the back of fundamentals with the tariff changes happening in the US and investors feeling that the markets are a bit risky at the moment and using gold as a safe haven for all the turmoil that's happening in the world. Now, if we take a look at gold, we can see the clean break followed by a morning star here at 9 o'clock. Following that morning star, we had a bullish confirmation, which we could have traded off and push all the way to the upside. While prices are making new highs, we are seeing we could be heading towards that 3100 region. Prices are in a bit of a retracement before pushing higher. I still think this market is still way too risky to trade to the upside. I would have loved to have gotten an opportunity down here, but alas, this is the markets and we trade what we see. Moving into the 1 hour, let's take a look at the indicators. So prices on the 4 hour, we can indicators on the 4 hour, we can observe that markets are above the 50 moving average, bullish confluence. Look at the RSI, we're in the overextended territory of the bullish side, so we're above 70. Another bullish confluence, obviously keeping in mind we could be seeing a pullback sometime soon. And then our trend, we're bullish. So we have 3 bullish confluences, markets are definitely bullish. Keep looking for longs here, bearing in mind that these will be short-term longs and we are due for a major pullback at some point. On the 1 hour time frame, we're also seeing major bullish confluence here. Price trading above the 50 moving average and between 50 and 70 on the RSI. Bullish trend very much intact. In fact, we could draw one here, which indicates that the bulls are very much in control. Where could we see a potential push off now? We could see one right now, actually. But I'm staying out of this market until I see clear directionality or clear signals I can trade off. Taking a look at Euro USD. So these markets, we are very bearish, not very bearish, but we are moving bearish at the moment, but with very low momentum, which is making this market difficult to trade. So we can observe, I'm going to remove this trend line, we can observe the break of the support zone at 1.083. And this happened early. This happened early during the week. And we can see markets have just very much been in a bit of a consolidation. So I wouldn't say there's too many tradable opportunities. Although price trading below the 50 moving average and below 50, between 30 on the RSI, bearish confluences definitely at play with bearish structure holding steady. So if anything, we'll be looking for shorts on this pair. Even on the 1 hour, while the moving average indicates consolidation, you can see the RSI does indicate a very bearish nature. In terms of structure, we can observe our lower high here at 1.0826 is still holding steady, although we had a bit of a spike here on Thursday at 4 o'clock. I would say that this level is very much our lower high, holding strong, and we'll await further lows. Upon looking at Euro JPY, I'd say the market is still very choppy. No market directionality confirmed just yet. Market spiking, making highs, dropping to lows, creating some bullish structure here that we could potentially trade off, but again, very low momentum trades. And for that reason, if you're going to take risks in the market, don't take risks on pairs that aren't going to pay you out. Thus, I'm going to be staying out of this market until we have confirmed long-term market directionality. Taking a look at USD JPY, very bullish structure. We're observing the RSI above 50, between 70, bullish. We can see that price is trading above the 50 moving average, and we have a bullish trend line at play. So bullish, bullish, bullish. 3 bullish confluences. What does that mean? The pair is bullish, and we will be looking for longs upon it. Price making some nice pushes as well as retracement to break and retest levels, and thus we'll be looking to trade said break and retest levels, riding the wave all the way to the upside. On the 1 hour time frame, we are observing we are currently in a retracement, which gives us a prime opportunity to look for longs once the retracement ends. So that is our market analysis for today. I just wanted to keep it nice and simple as it's our first day back in a while. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually looking like it's turning around upon that bearish resistance trend line as expected. Looks like today on the 4 hour candle at 6 o'clock, we had a strong push down. CHF JPY also still very choppy, staying out of it. Dollar index broke above that resistance level. It seems to be creating bullish structure, but again, yet to be confirmed. Moving with a very low momentum at the moment. Clearly needs to collect some volume on the upside before dropping. Same can be said for the Euro index, where it is just doing the opposite of the dollar index, making some lows, but again, not with a lot of momentum or volatility. Very steady low movement. The yen index, we've broken out of the bullish channel. We are making some lows here. We can observe very steady low moves. And we will have to observe if the bears have really taken control or if yen is just collecting liquidity before its next great spike. I'm actually going to take this out because it's been invalidated. And we will continue to observe the bearish nature and see what structures are created and if there's any breaks of these structures. So that is it for the analysis for today. We have no major red folder news, but nonetheless, I will show you. So taking a look at the news for today, we had some pound red folder. We do have USD red folder news, but I don't think it's going to create a lot of movement. It's just PCE price index. Nonetheless, keep your eye out for 230 and see how it impacts the market, probably trading the back end of these news. So that's it for the analysis today. That is it for the analysis today. I will be back full time by next week. We just had some family issues to deal with this past 2 days, but thankfully we will be back and consistent moving forward. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. As always, this is not financial advice, but rather my personal opinions in the markets. Wishing everybody a fantastic weekend, and may you end this month on a profitable note. I will catch you in the next video. Cheers.